Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. I said I was researching on a great content uh, yesterday's shot, and this is the most important video on my channel till now. Moreover, will be the most important video for a long time. The biggest way to control a population is by controlling the food supply. That's what they do in war. When even in this Russia-Ukraine war, when Russia wanted Ukraine's Kiev or some part of Russia, Ukraine. I'm not sure what is the city is called. Not the capital, but the other one. I guess capital is Kiev. I'm not sure. So that place, what Russia did was the soldiers inside Ukraine were very strong. They did guerrilla warfare, and Russia couldn't get a great hold of them. So what Russia basically did was cut the food supply and water supply to the entire town. Automatically they surrendered, and that is what we do. That is a great way. And in modern times, they don't control the food supply like that. They use another more smarter way, which is to control the food people eat. That ideology of people on what food they eat. More clearly, I'll explain this in this video. I don't know how long this video will stay on this channel. I know it's very political, very like not a content that a 16-year-old should be talking about, but still I'm going to talk about it. But what is that in the current day and age, people have lost the idea of what is food and nutrition. What is nutrition is that when you eat something, it should give you energy. Or what actually is food is that if you are living in your food primarily depends on your geographical location. But people have lost the idea of geographical location. People think they are global citizens, which is extremely true. I'm not gonna say we are not global citizens, but eating is not global. It is what is geographical. Let me tell you this. There is this thing called carbohydrates bad for you, keto diets and all that. Let me tell you this. Mostly who eats rice? Asians, Southern Asians, Middle Eastern people, and like Southern Europe. Sometimes they eat a lot of rice in Mexico and South America. All these people, all these countries are very close to the equator. Have you ever thought of it? Why people near the equator eat a lot of rice? I'll tell you why. It's because people near the equator have high levels of heat, which means they sweat a lot, they lose a lot of energy by doing small amounts of tasks. So a high carbohydrate diet is really important for them to sustain their livelihood. That's why people near the equator eat a lot of rice. People like in Japan, people in Northern Africa, Mid Africa, Indians, Koreans, Mexicans, all these people eat a lot of rice because they live near the equator. They live in very hot places. They need a lot of carbohydrates like rice and wheat to sustain their livelihoods. That's why they eat a lot of carbohydrates. Have you ever noticed which countries eat a lot of meat? Northern countries. Americans, Canadians, Northern Europe like Norway, Sweden, all these countries are heavy meat consumers. Have you ever thought why? Because heat increases the internal body temperature. This means that they are living in cold areas, so they need more internal heat to sustain themselves in those areas. That's why they eat more meat. We don't understand this, and we think we can eat any diet and we can sustain in any place. That's not how it works. People in places like where I live, Chennai, cannot eat a complete meat diet and survive in Chennai because it increases the internal temperature. And moreover, Chennai itself is a very hot place. You'll just get a heat stroke or you'll face a lot of internal fever only. That's why people in India, they don't, if you eat a lot of meat, you get fever. Sometimes they say this because digestion is really hard, digestion takes a lot of time, and already your body is energy deprived without any carbohydrates. Well, that's why. And this is the biggest hoax of the 21st century. It's not sustainable energy, which I'm gonna make a video in the next Sunday, or very soon. But the biggest hoax is global foods. I cannot tell you guys how big of a hoax this is. So sorry guys, I got a call. And that's what the biggest hoax of the 21st century is global food. I don't know what to call this phenomena because I'm relatively new to these things, but this is a big hoax. You guys think about it, this is the biggest scam. This is done. Have you ever guys thought, okay, Siddharth, all your points are valid, but why do people do this? Why do people do? It's because food is the biggest industry on earth. It's not oil. It's not. Remove every industry in the world, or take every industry in the world. Oils, automobiles, technology, anything, and put a valuation on it. Put a valuation of the industry. What do you think is the biggest recurring revenue and the biggest industry in the world? It's not automobiles. It's not technology. It's food. I'll tell you guys why. Automobiles, what once in 2 to 3 years. If you are very rich or normal average human buys a car for every 7 years. If you are a tech person, you buy a phone once every 2 years or once every 6 months. If you are very rich and very into the technology world. But one industry, or let's take oil. People say oil is the richest industry in the world. It's not. It's the food industry, because every human, regardless of rich or poor, African or American or Indian or Chinese or North hemisphere person, South hemisphere person, billionaire, trillionaire, millionaire, brokey, anybody, any strata of people or society needs food to survive, and that food is recurring every day. Minimum eat one meal. At the average human it's 2 meals a day, and this is why food is the biggest industry. Naturally, where is the demand, where is the market, and that's why they do all this. Every diet, carnivore, keto, every diet is just a marketing gimmick. For example, if you are living in Northern America, keto diet would make sense to you, because moreover you're living in a cold place, you don't need that much energy. Most of your time is spent indoors. And not being judgmental or anything, I'm just telling the general idea of what a Canadian will do most of the year: sit inside and work, sometimes go ice skating, but mostly inside. That's why you can survive on a completely meat diet. But you Indians watching this video, if you guys think you can just survive on chicken or meat, any kind of meat, you can just eat meat without any carbohydrates or vegetables, anything, and survive, you are the biggest fool on the earth. You think Jordan Peterson eats a completely carnivore diet, or Andrew Tate eats a completely carnivore diet? Look at their locations, man. Where do they live? Andrew Tate lives in Romania. Jordan Peterson lives in the US. And all these are really cold places. Moreover, their average temperature is about 20 to 22 degrees. Our average temperature is like about 32, man. 10 degrees more. You guys understand it? That is the biggest hoax, because people want to sell more. Most of the largest food manufacturers and all these are private companies. You don't even get to see the revenues on them because it's so high. All you guys know about Nestle, HUL, all these, but you guys have no idea how big the food mafia is. Food has the biggest mafia on earth, no doubt, full stop. That's why this is the biggest hoax. You guys shouldn't be doing all this. Eat your local diets. Ask your grandma, grandpa what they ate and eat it. Okay, don't act smart. Don't think you can watch YouTube and move on. Everyone on YouTube is trying to make money. They support something or they have their own ideologies. They are already influenced. So don't follow all of those. Follow your diets. Follow your local diets. Do this. Don't fall into the scam, because your health is the biggest wealth you have. Your health is the biggest asset you have. Don't play with it. Okay. So this is the video. This video has gone a lot of research into it, and nobody has talked about it still now. So this video goes well. So this video goes viral. If you guys like this video, share it to your friends. Subscribe to my channel to have more kind of these videos. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye. Peace out.